Another batch of PlayStation 4 games are due out tomorrow. Once again, I wouldn't say that we have a bunch of heavy hitters, however, we have a video game coming out of a very nostalgic IP. We've got another popular IP getting a video game. New Super Lucky's Tale is headed to the PlayStation 4, and we've got a pretty cool visual novel as well that's been received incredibly well over on PC. We'll talk all of that in this video, but kicking things off, I want to start off with Samurai Jack Battle Through Time. Now, I've actually noticed in our comment section, some people were bringing up why this game isn't getting a lot of attention, and you have a good point, whoever that was. It was actually a couple people that brought this up, but Samurai Jack is an IP that personally I'm incredibly nostalgic with. I know they recently did the new season or whatever, and yeah, Samurai Jack is just something that goes back years for me. Jack, Samurai Jack, yeah, I'm one of those kids, and I love the show back in the day, and now we have a video game where you can become Samurai Jack, the greatest warrior across time, journey through time to finally stop Aku's evil reign in a new adventure told by the creators of Samurai Jack. So it is a brand new adventure, and it's an untold adventure that ties into the epic series finale. Team up with trusted allies from the show to face off against familiar enemies, explore worlds from the award-winning series, visit classic worlds and moments from your favorite episodes, travel to the dark future to free mankind, dive into the past to face off against diabolical monsters, and seek your fate as you travel across space and time, and create your own legend, equip and master over a dozen different weapons in combat, increase your power even more by training and unlocking new skills to support your playstyle. I believe this is releasing at $29.99, so it's going to be an incredibly palatable price point, and yeah, you know, IP-based games sometimes aren't the best, but this one I think is looking rather cool. Now, the studio that's working on this game actually did Naruto Shinobi Strikers, Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Strikers, and I'm a big Naruto fan, but I was not a big fan of that game. It had some interesting elements, but thought that game could have been better. It was an interesting title, but definitely not something I would say great. I hope they deliver something of quality with Samurai Jack, because Samurai Jack is one of those IP, again, so many people like lived through their childhood through this show, and it definitely deserves a quality video game, and hopefully Battle Through Time can be that, and hopefully we get more Samurai Jack games in the future, because I think Samurai Jack can be a quality IP that can develop into compelling games and a game series as well, but we'll see. Maybe I'm pushing the cart before the horse a little bit here, but maybe that's just me being a little bit hopeful with wanting Samurai Jack to actually be something of quality. We'll see how it turns out when Battle Through Time drops tomorrow. Another IP that's relatively popular and getting a video game, the Netflix series and Peaky Blinders is getting a video game, Peaky Blinders Mastermind. Now, this is a strategy adventure title. Peaky Blinders Mastermind is a puzzle adventure game based on the multi-award-winning TV show. Become the Mastermind as you control key characters and pull off perfectly synchronized plans. Now, I am not too familiar with Peaky Blinders, but this is a show that so many people have recommended me to watch, and I end up watching like cringe television instead of quality television, like Peaky Blinders. I don't know, I just got a thing for cringe TV. But nevertheless, this game actually looks pretty good. Peaky Blinders is a puzzle adventure game based on the multi-award-winning BBC and Netflix TV show. Welcome to Birmingham during the aftermath of the Great War. Set right before the events of Season 1, Peaky Blinders Mastermind lets you join the Shelby family's crime gang. Follow the rise of Tommy as he successfully undercovers a sinister plot to put the family out of business, proving himself worthy of being the true mastermind of the Peaky Blinders. Mastermind refers to Tommy's abilities to plan complex scenarios in his head. As the player, you get to exercise this power by taking control of key members of the Shelby family, including Tommy, Arthur, Polly, and more. Become the Mastermind as you feel reset and rewind each character's path in order to tune all of their actions for the perfect coordination. Achieve the highest mission rating by strategically utilizing characters and stealth to solve increasingly complex puzzles with optimum timing. Key features include, true to the television show, take control of all of the notable characters as they navigate through familiar locations, including the Garrison Tavern, Charlie Strong's Yard, Shelby Parlor, and more. The rise of Tommy. When a Peaky Blinder is implicated in the murder of a Chinese opium dealer, Tommy embarks on a mission to find the truth, slowly growing into the Peaky Blinders Mastermind, and you become the Mastermind. Exercise Tommy's power to plan complex scenarios in his head by taking control of each key member of the Shelby family and perform their actions in parallel and manipulate time. Each character actions are automatically logged in a timeline, which you can freely reset, fast forward, and rewind until the plan is perfectly adjusted. And you've got stealth and strategy. Each mission is an increasingly complex puzzle to be solved undetected and on time. Choose the right characters and abilities to coordinate and execute the optimum plan. We'll see how the game turns out. Again, I'm not a big fan of the television show, and I don't know, based on everything I just read off the description, if I just spoiled backstory of the game. My apologies if I did do that. It's a show that at some point I want to get around to watching, because again, so many people have recommended it to me, but you know, popular IPs getting quality video games is something that is always going to be beneficial. Games like this are always going to have an inherent amount of interest right off the bat. It's up to them to really capitalize on that interest and deliver a quality game. Batman was able to do that with the Arkham franchise. Spider-Man did that with Marvel's Spider-Man. I'm not saying Peaky Blinders is going to be quite at that level, but both Samurai Jack and this game are going to have a level of interest just based on the IP that they're based off of, and hopefully they can deliver quality experiences in both regards. Alright, next up we have New Super Lucky's Tale, and it's coming to PlayStation 4 on August 21st. 3D platform report gets a release date. The PlayStation 4 version of New Super Lucky's Tales will launch on August 21st, and New Super Lucky's Tale is a love letter to classic 3D platformers with tons of collectibles to gather, rewarding secrets to discover, memorable characters to meet, and stylish costumes to show off. Climb incredible heights, jump agilely over danger, burrow deep underground, and explore amazing worlds. Rescue the Book of Ages from the nefarious Jinx and his kitty litter underlings. Now, this is a game that wasn't received all too well when it dropped on Xbox One. However, it is a game that is relatively charming, and if you're looking for, a charming platformer to play, I do think you're going to end up enjoying it. It was received rather well on Steam, 86% positive for Super Lucky's Tale, the base game, from 306 user reviews, but the Metacritic score was a 59, so kind of interesting, the polarity of the Metacritic reception versus the consumer reception. Hopefully, New Super Lucky's Tales delivers a quality 3D platformer experience on the PlayStation 4 as it drops tomorrow. And lastly, do want to note a visual novel, definitely a game that's not going to be up everyone's alley, but Aokana 4 Rhythms Across the Blue was received incredibly well over on PC and now is making the transition to PlayStation 4. Obviously, as a visual novel stylized as an anime, it's going to be a game that is not going to be for everyone. However, if you're a fan of visual novels, this might be one to look out for because it got an overwhelmingly positive reception, 98% positive based on 1,276 Steam user reviews, and that is an incredibly high reception. So from that standpoint, this game is probably going to be pretty good if you fit in the criteria of enjoying these kinds of games. The description notes, in a world where flying through the sky is as simple as riding a bicycle, the sport of flying circus is all the rage. Following the discovery of anti-gravitons, special shoes that allow an individual to fly, anti-graviton shoes took the world by storm. Again, with an overwhelming positive reception, I think this is going to be one that if you're a fan of visual novels, one with a variety of different characters, you're going to enjoy it. Obviously, as a VN, do not expect a game with a plethora of diverse gameplay elements. Rather, this is going to be something that is incredibly story-driven with a lot of choices to be made and things of that nature. However, if that's your cup of tea, this might be one to look out for. It's available on PC for $34.99. I imagine it'll get a similar price release on PS4, maybe a $5 price hike, but we'll see how things turn out with it as it does drop on PS4 tomorrow. And that's going to conclude this video. Again, Samurai Jack Battle Through Time, finally getting a Samurai Jack game. Crossing my fingers, hoping that's going to be good. We got Peaky Blinders Mastermind, New Super Lucky's Tale for PS4 and Xbox One dropping tomorrow as well, and Aokana 4 Rhythms Across the Blue. Fan of VNs, definitely one to keep an eye on. That's going to conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.